It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. If you're just tuning in, if you're a brand new viewer, let me explain the scenario here. I am the voice of reason. I am the one with wisdom. I am the one, and I'm not much to look at, but I'm the rational and one that thinks on the show. Dave, on the other hand, is the butthole that gets right up to the merge into your lane thing on the road and then jumps in when everybody else is in line 2 miles ago and continues to tell everybody he's in the right. So now you get a good idea of how people work on this show and what you're listening for. Ration and reason or a jackass. One of the two. And that's something for everybody. And that's what makes the Andy and Dave Daily the most wonderful thing you could ever watch. Day after day, year after year, almost 20 years strong now. So there's that.
You know, I did not think you were going to go there this morning. I thought you were going to let that thing go.
Let what thing go?
Especially since you were so incredibly wrong, and I was so incredibly right. When I put that post out there yesterday,
Yeah,
it was a congratulatory post on my part.
you were patting yourself on the back.
It wasn't about me. It wasn't about me. It was about people following my example of using the zipper merge, which has been studied, has been looked into, and has been shown to be the most effective way to deal with any and all construction projects.
Okay.
Those of you who insist on construction coming up in 4 miles, I better get over now, you're the problem. You're the reason there are backups to infinity because you're acting like morons.
No.
Okay? Let me explain this to you very, very simply. This is what you do. You see construction coming, okay? I don't care if you're in the right lane or the left lane. You stay in that lane. Then you get all the way up to the construction, and it's every other car. Now, there's still going to be some delays, but they're less. It lessens the delays. It lessens the backups. I know, no, this is how I've done it for 40 years of driving, and this is how I'm going to continue to do it. No. I don't want to listen to facts. I don't want to listen to reason. You got to let that go.
No.
Evidence has shown me to be correct. I used to do the same thing you guys are still doing. I used to do that. I used to be like, oh, I should get over now. No.
Yes.
You shouldn't.
You should.
Don't do it.
Don't
be that guy. Don't be married to a dumb way of doing things.
Let me tell you
That's part
something.
of the problem we have.
Okay. So, nice rant. I love how the vein pops out of your forehead.
It was true.
Well,
this is what frustrates me because
it's not true.
This is factual.
It's not.
This isn't opinion. This has been studied. It is factually evident. This is a better way to do it.
It's not.
You got a better way to do something.
No.
If they come up with a better way than that, I will change my view. But until then, this is the way to go.
Okay.
It's out there.
You're wrong. I'm sorry. The experts are wrong because they're quote unquote the experts. And I have been a part of traffic jams and I have seen where professional drivers who are out on the road 24/7 know exactly how to fix these problems. And what they do is so let's say we've got one of these situations.
This is terrible, and these people should have their license revoked. I know exactly where you're
going.
They
know exactly what they're doing.
Are you talking about the dumbass truckers who straddle the lane so nobody can get around them? Those jackasses who are causing accidents?
No.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about bus drivers who are smart enough to understand that all the yahoos that think they're making a difference, like you, will literally put one bus here, one bus there. And force everybody to get their ass into the other lane.
That is terrible.
No.
They're part of the problem.
No, they're not.
Sorry, if you're a bus driver and doing that, you're a jackass. And again, you probably shouldn't be driving a bus.
Okay, well.
You should be doing something lesser.
They're right, you're wrong, and that's how it works.
Dude, this is, again, you haven't argued factual. This has been proven to lessen congestion. This is what drives me insane. I'm all about give me the data. Give me the data and give me the context. Okay, what's the, because I looked at this. I'm like, okay. And then I had it shown to me. Oh, this makes sense. I've been doing it wrong. because I learned about this like 2 or 3 years ago. And I've been doing it the same way you had for all those years I've been driving up until then. Okay, this is a smarter way to do it. But the problem is, people are married to this. They're married to their old way of doing it, which is dumb. And you don't need to be married to it.
Okay.
You find a better way to do something, you do it that way. It's
Well, that better
simple.
way is clearly.
Oh God.
Even think of it this way. Let's
Think
just
think
boil
of
it right down to the most simple idea.
no cuts.
No, not at all.
What?
You got people in one lane all doing 80 miles an hour. Okay? Let's just say
Mhm.
that. Then you got people in lane 2 all doing 80 miles an hour.
Mhm.
Okay?
They're not usually though. They're usually going slower. That's the slower lane. So they're
All
not
right.
going the same speed.
So, okay, left lane, we're doing
Mhm.
80 miles an hour. Right lane, we're doing 80 miles an hour.
76, 77.
Whatever. Who gives a shit about
It
the speed?
matters.
Does it even matter? No,
Then
it
why are you
doesn't.
bringing it up?
All right, here we go. You got people in the left lane doing 70 miles an hour.
Okay.
Oh, better yet, you got people in the left lane doing 55 miles an hour. They're conserving gas. That's who we're talking about there, right?
Mhm.
55-mile-an-hour people over here. You got 55-mile-an-hour people in the left lane. They're all coming to a point.
Mhm.
Okay?
Yes.
Everybody's coming to a certain point where they're supposed to converge.
Mhm.
All at speed.
No, you're slowing it down as you come upon construction. Construction zones, as you probably know, are like 45 miles per
I
hour.
do
So you're
know
going to
that,
slow it
but
down
here's where I'm going with
considerably
this.
as you approach construction.
The
But
reality
if
of
you have
humans,
everybody,
the
if you have
reality of
everybody
humans
in the
does not
same
follow the
lane,
rules that they're trying to get through with the zipper merge. They
it
don't
does.
follow. They don't
They,
follow
they
instructions.
do. Yeah.
They don't.
Look,
And
that's the
and
problem.
and if you got them all in one lane way back there, they're not going to come to this point where there's.
No, you're just going to have people sitting, their blood pressure going, why is this lane not moving? Why is nobody in this lane when it's completely clear? You cause more congestion doing it that way.
Okay.
It's simple. It's simple. This is not that difficult to understand. The problem is people don't want to change their habits. Okay, I get it. I'm the same way. I
Yep.
don't like change for the most part.
Yep.
So I can empathize with you. But you grow up, you mature, and you adjust accordingly.
So
That's what you do.
I'm immature because I see a
Yes.
problem
You're
with
an
this new
immature
way
driver.
of. No,
No, you don't see it. You
you're
don't
taking
see
out.
the
You're taking out all of the human factor when it comes to
I'm
driving a car.
not. I'm
Yes,
not
you are.
taking out any of the human. I understand people's. Most of us are creatures of habit. This has been a way a lot of people have done it for a lot of years. Okay, but we have new evidence. It's like when people thought it's okay, yeah, the smoking's fine, and realize, yeah, no, it's causing lung cancer, and then a lot of people stopped smoking. And the same thing with what's the weed seems to be okay. Let's legalize that. That was the demon seed for the longest time. We adjust. We get new evidence and new data, and we adjust our behaviors accordingly. This is what you should be doing if you are driving a vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not difficult. This
Well-
is really, really simple. And it drives me insane when people say, this is just the way I do it, and I'm going to keep doing it this way, and I don't want to hear about your data or your facts. It's such insane bullshit.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
let's put it this way. At the end of the conversation,
Okay.
there's data and facts, and then there's wisdom.
No.
The world is drowning in data and facts and sorely losing on wisdom. I'm going to stick with wisdom.
Okay, but the thing you're proposing
Okay,
is not
but
wise.
okay, but
That's the-
okay, but okay, but okay,
the
but okay,
is
but
that's not wise.
Yes,
It's
it is.
wise to keep doing the same thing even if it's wrong. That's your definition
It's
of
not wrong.
wisdom. When it's been proven to be wrong, I told you the data shows.
I haven't seen the data.
And I haven't seen the data because I've ignored it because I don't want to look it up. Look up zipper merge. Look up the data. You have just ignored it.
Oh.
That's all you've done is
It
ignore
doesn't work.
because it doesn't fit your way of wanting to do things. It
That's
doesn't
not
fit
that's
your
not it
mindset.
at all.
That is exactly it.
It's not it.
It's ex- it doesn't make any sense. Get over 2 miles early. Why?
Because
Why?
if everybody does it, we'll
Because
go right through the
no,
construction
you
zone.
won't.
Yes,
If
you will.
everybody does it, you'll have longer backups and longer wait times.
Okay,
Everybody
you're
sticks in their
drunk.
lane. Okay, I know I'm the only rational person in
No,
this
you're not.
conversation.
You're clearly out of your mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Kicked
As
in the
was
head by
proven
a mule at
yesterday.
6. I get it. Thank God your eyes
All right.
went uncrossed.
Hey, speaking of crazy, let's get into it. The alleged neo-Nazi accused of ramming a rented U-Haul into the White House security barriers has had his charges reduced. 19-year-old Sai Vershith Kandula, which has got to be the oddest name for a neo-Nazi in history, was accused of threatening to kill the president and praising Nazism and Hitler. The original charges were threatening to kill the president, assault with a dangerous weapon, reckless operation of a motor vehicle, and trespassing and destruction of federal property. Those have since been downgraded to depredation of property, which I assume means the same thing as destruction, in excess of $1,000. He's ordered jailed until a hearing next week. Kandula is not a U.S. citizen.
No.
Some people are calling this like a false flag operation. It's not a false flag. If it were a false flag operation, they would have made this guy white. Okay, it wouldn't be some guy of Indian or Pakistani descent. Who, by the way, would have been one of the first people Hitler would have put into the camps because he's the wrong shade. It's just insane.
Here's what I want to know.
Not as. Go ahead.
On his way to the White House, were there any zipper merges? And did he get over in time to not be an asshole?
Oh God.
Just curious.
I want to drive the same way I did in 1989. Moving on. The queen of rock and roll has passed away. The legendary Tina Turner died on Wednesday at her home in Switzerland. Turner had a string of hits in the late 60s and 70s. Her 1984 comeback resulted in the multi-platinum Private Dancer album and the #1 hit, What's Love Got to Do With It, the most soulful female voice in music history. Tina Turner was 83. Now, I didn't say the greatest voice. I said the most soulful because greatest voice still belongs to Anne Murray. The most soulful is Tina Turner.
I would like to recognize Tina Turner more for her survival of domestic abuse than anything else, because the life she led with Ike attached to her was literally like having a wart. He was scum, and he thought he was going to enslave her and run her entire life. That's the champion right there. For her to get out of that domestic violence, and it took a little time to recoup, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But
that'll
when
do
the
it.
rubber hit the road again, she was right back where she wanted to go, and that is the legacy Tina Turner should leave.
Well said.
Yes.
Tina Turner was 83. Michigan's Adventure ready to open its doors this weekend. The 2023 amusement park season opens tomorrow with 60 rides to check out, plus a water park. Free admission to all members of the military. That's when you know it's summertime. We got Michigan's Adventure opening. We got Memorial Day weekend. People hitting the lakes and beaches. It's just, I love this time of year.
Yes.
It's going to be in the 80s this weekend. Next week, we're going to hit 90. It's going to be awesome and hot. I'll probably hit Lake Michigan and jump into a 50-degree lake. I don't care. It's going to be awesome.
That is like your 5th or 6th Michigan's Adventure story since Snowfall, and I want to know how much they're paying you.
They're not paying me anything. I just like to highlight amusement parks.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I don't think I haven't been to Michigan's Adventure since it was Deer Park Funland.
You haven't taken your kid to Michigan's Adventure?
No. I took him, no.
Fail.
I took him up north. Yeah, I took him up north to Mount Pleasant to their little indoor facility.
Well, that's a water park.
But yeah. He prefers water parks in general to amusement parks. He's not.
Well, how does he know? He's never been to an amusement park.
I don't know if he has or hasn't. I'm trying to think. I feel like he I don't know. He never expressed any real interest in it, so.
Son, let me tell you a little something here. As your father and a man of wisdom, I'd like to explain to you that amusement parks are really not that great, and the zipper merge is You run right up there to the gate and just give everybody the finger. That's what you do, son. That's
right.
parenting with
Okay.
Dave.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Sports. Tigers beat Kansas City
Whoop,
6-4. Cubs win. They double up the Mets 4-2. It was Florida over Carolina. They advanced to the Stanley Cup final. You got Vegas taking on Dallas, looking for the sweep tonight. The Celtics will try to avoid getting knocked out by Miami. They trail that series in the NBA. Eastern Conference final 3-1. Denver's already awaiting them in the finals.
Ooh.
That is sports.
Here comes Jeopardy. And this one is going to be an exciting one for you because you can win. I feel this one coming. Are you ready?
Can't wait.
All right. Alliterative people.
Alliterative. Okay.
Yes, that's a big word. I almost said alternative, but I reread the word.
Good for you.
Would have made me mistaken for the first time in the entire show.
Oh.
All right. Alliterative people, 400. Just seeing the rage in your eyes is worth it.
I know. You know exact. This was your plan all along. You're like, I'm gonna poke the. I'm going to troll Dave in live.
Yes, I am.
In real time.
All right.
And
she was first lady from 1989 to 1993.
First lady, 1989. She was the first. Okay. That would be. Wait. Barbara Bush.
All right. There you go.
I was that was it felt, you know what was weird? Because you said 1988 because that's when Bush got into office was 89 because you're elected in 88 but you don't actually take office until the following January. So I got a little 93 because I was going Bush, Clinton. I got a little confused there. So that took longer than it should have.
Yeah, well, you had gotten beeped out on the real show. So I would look at me and say, thank you, sir, for being merciful and kind and giving and wise. Throw in wise. Make sure you get wise in there.
As soon as you say something wise, I will give you credit for being wise.
All right. Well, wisdom has been put on you today. Have yourself a great Thursday.
See ya!
Happy Thursday, everyone. Our dry stretch will only continue for the rest of May, but it looks like a pretty good warm-up is on its way, so let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines show we may start the day with actually some frost on the ground, so if you have any plants or crops, make sure those are protected going into Thursday morning, and that may also repeat itself Thursday night going into Friday morning as well, so just keep that in mind. But besides that, not much to talk about weather-wise with dry weather for the rest of May, and maybe hot weather developing by the middle of next week. Now, temperature-wise today will be right around 70 degrees here in Muskegon County, cooler toward the lake, a little bit warmer away from it. So for your Thursday, expect a high of 70 with mostly sunny skies, if not sunny skies. During the afternoon, we'll see brilliant blue sky, and then we'll also have a little bit of clouds in the morning, but those will be moving out of the area during the afternoon, and then we'll see mostly clear skies once again with a low of 40, so maybe another frost advisory for Thursday night going into Friday morning. And after that, the heat cranks up and we'll actually have highs well in the 80s next week as the latest 6 to 10 day temperature outlook from May 30th through June 3rd shows much of the northern portions of the United States having well above average temperatures, which means here in West Michigan, I wouldn't be shocked if some areas hit 90. And you can see that on our 7-day forecast as well with highs in the 70s until basically Sunday, and then once Sunday hits, will be in the 80s through much, if not all, of next week, and I wouldn't be shocked if we even hit 90 by next Wednesday. And that's your Thursday forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Coolman's Weather, and have a great day today.